look who's back home. So as you guys can see, we have the pump back installed. I tossed the belt, the tensioners back on, and I'll give you guys a quick rundown as to how to put a timing belt on an RB26 and kind of the procedure. Because I feel like this is kind of information that I would be looking for if I was trying to learn and figure stuff out. So I know it's probably not a dedicated video on how to install a timing belt, but you know, if you're watching this, you just kind of gain some information. Just, you know, it's just good. All right, so it's super simple, guys. There's only 3 marks to line up. My battery's about to die, so I might have to do this in 2 takes here. But intake side, as you guys can see on the cam gear, hopefully you can, there's a little dimple right there. You're gonna line it up with the notch on the backing plate, and there's also a little line on your timing belt. There's a little white mark that's on the belt. Get yourself, make sure you have a good quality belt, and therefore it'll kind of give you all the marks, so it makes your life a whole lot easier. Therefore you don't have to count the teeth and make sure you're good. But coming over to exhaust cam, same deal, man. Got a little dip, and the battery died. So, all right. As you can see, again, little dimple on the cam gear, mark on the timing belt, and mark on the backing plate. All line up really nice. And then finally, I'm gonna try and squeak you guys down in here. Hang on, might be a bumpy ride. All right, so you guys see a little dimple on so you guys see the little dimple on the crank gear. You see that? There's a little white line on the belt. And see a little notch in the oil pump? Those all gotta line up. And once you get all those together, slap your belt on. Obviously with the tensioners loose. RB26s are only gonna have 1 tensioner. This one has 2. For me, I took it apart. It was already all together. I basically just noted where the tensioners were and then put them back to their spot. However, there is a pretty nifty trick. It's called the 45-degree Cherie. It's actually not called that. I just made that up. So basically what that means is on your intake side, you want to rotate the motor clockwise a bit, just a little, and then you're going to go ahead and check. You should be able to twist it about 45 degrees. The belt, you know. That's a good 45 right there. So we're good, and you're done. It's super simple. It's not intimidating. It's very, very easy. All the marks are there for you, easy to follow. So the next thing we got to go ahead and do is just toss in the front cover, the lower cover, crank pulley, upper cover, and we'll be back to normal. Oops. Alright, so now when it comes down to tightening our crank pulley, we need a torque wrench that goes up to 330 to 340 foot-pounds. Kind of hard to come by, so got this idea here from my buddy Dustin. If you guys haven't checked his channel out, he has a pretty dope GTR. Unfortunately had some engine issues on the dyno, but we'll be coming back better and stronger. So go ahead and check his channel out, Godzilla. But if you guys are looking for something like this, go ahead and I'll have an Amazon link in my description. Just go ahead and check out my store if you guys are looking for something like this. It's also a 27 millimetric. So essentially you set your desired torque on here, you know, plus minus. It goes up to like 700 or something. Yeah, 700 and something foot-pounds. So it's pretty serious. I'm definitely gonna need a little like jack handle for some leverage here. Alright, so we're pretty much all, it's technically all back together. I'm not going to install the cold side because I have to wait till we get I'm going to go run to the store tomorrow and grab a couple couplers, silicone couplers, and some T-bolt clamps, because once you attach it up top, you cannot attach it at the bottom. So I kind of have to do it all at once. Now I'm at the point where I'm like, alright, let's get this motor ready to fire up. Let's get this thing running, get her going. Problem. Went to go try and just see if it would crank. Just a quick little whoop, just, you know. There's no oil yet. I just wanted to see a quick, just to make sure that we're all good, just so that when we do put oil in it, we're good to go, and you know, everything's all cherry. And all I got was a click. So and obviously this was swapped before. Only thing that's different now with the wiring is a whole new harness, and that's essentially it. The ECU is not plugged in, but that's not, you don't need that to at least crank the motor. So yeah, it was an auto car, was converted manual. However, you know, it was Wiring Specialties was told that was the case, and all I get is like a little click like underneath the dash. So there's no clutch safety switch, so it can't be that. I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of keep digging, see what other issues it could be, and we'll go from there. Hopefully, at least we can hear it start, like try to crank today. That would be great. All right, first troubleshooting test. I have my multimeter. It's so I can see it in the car. Basically, what I have is grounding out, and then I have the power probe into the trigger for the starter, just to kind of see if that is getting its 12 volts when the key is turned. I mean, I would assume it's obviously not. That would make sense, because if it was, it would be cranking. All right, we got nothing, which that makes sense. At least that ruled out the starter not being, at least because if it was getting power, that would mean that the starter wasn't good. So at least we know the starter's good. So I think I found what we need. So when I first got this harness, this came with it, and I was like, what is this Jim Jammy? This car, like I said, already was an auto. So I just came to realize, I'm pretty sure that this up here needs to be looped. Look at that. So toss that in there. Look at how fresh that is. Look at how clean it makes your engine bay look. Oh man, I love that. All right, should we give it a shot now? Let's give it a shot now. Let's give her some juice. What? Still didn't do it. So I think I deserve a kick in the ice, cause yeah, see this right here? Yeah, this is the signal to the starter that I never put back after I troubleshooted it. So let's pop that back on, that might get us somewhere. Moment of truth. I feel good about this one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 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 Woohoo! We got her, boys. First crank. This is good. That's good. That's real good. I'm really kind of bummed out that this is just chilling right here. Maybe try and move it, take it off this little thing, tuck it down at the bottom or something like that. I'm gonna go ahead now, moment of truth, guys, I guess, right? I'll go ahead and fill this thing back up with some water, and fingers crossed we're good to go. Also, I don't think I ever mentioned this to you guys, but we're rocking this Chase radiator, and for whatever reason, there's really no room at all to slip a hose on, because it ends about here, down there, and it's just. And it's literally resting on the frame rail. So basically what we did is just extended it and brought it inwards towards the motor. You can kind of sort of see it. So that way we can actually get the hose on there. I was mentioning to you guys how this the hose is like quarter-inch too small for this fitting on the actual radiator. So a bit of WD-40, man. Anything that you guys have trouble fitting on, something like a fuel line or whatever. Lube whatever you need to lube up with WD-40, and it makes it a whole lot easier. Alright, so if you guys have an S14 that was originally auto, when you have an engine swap, you need to loop this guy right here. It's the top plug on your fuse box harness type deal here, side gig. Basically I just took it off the little mount. That way we can kind of go ahead and tuck it where we want it, so we don't see this weird loop kind of just chilling. Went ahead and tossed on our, this is just temporary because we're waiting for our crash. Well, we need to, now unfortunately, the one that we were gonna buy is now like delayed until mid-August, and that's no bueno. So I'm thinking once this thing is running and driving, maybe we could go ahead and take it back to Ross and go ahead and get one made up. So that's just kind of gonna, she's just gonna be chilling, dangling for now right there. Another great bit of news, water pump is no longer leaking. We good. I gotta clean up some stuff here, but yeah, man, we're looking really, really nice. I'm gonna eat some dinner, maybe get some fluids, toss some more juice in here. I actually have to go pick up my dad from the airport, and on the way I'm gonna go a little bit early and stop at Ross's so we can go ahead and get my little water neck welded back up. Because then therefore I can go ahead and actually start freaking driving this car again, having some fun in it, and get this coolant flush complete and done. If you guys missed the coolant flush video from yesterday, go ahead and check that out. Quick heads up on this thing, does anyone have a power steering bracket from a Z32, from a VG? Please let me know, I need it. Definitely need it. Alright, what do you guys say we get some oil for this thing? Some like break-in oil? Nothing, we're just gonna get like some cheap stuff from Walmart, and then kind of drain it after a bit, and then we have some Brotella. Yeah. Alright, we got some conventional Quaker State. Bro, honestly, like the mobile one that I bought wasn't much more expensive. This was like 14 or 15 bucks for 5 quarts. Mobile one was like 19. You guys, you're gonna love this. Oh yeah, just quality. Don't worry, we're getting a K&N one for the final, I guess, oil change. This is just a first start change. All right, let's juice her up. All right, engine, this is the first time you're getting some oil ever, so enjoy. So after those 5 quarts, still nothing on the dipstick. So let's keep on. She wants more. Let's give her what she wants. Kind of give her another quart here and see where she's at after that. Alright, so she took just under 8 quarts, and it's just above the H on the dipstick. So yeah, so by the time it goes through the filter and all the lines and oil cooler and stuff like that, I think we'll be right where we need to be. Now I'm going to go ahead and essentially we're going to prime the oiling system. I'm going to take out the spark plugs, therefore there's no like compression building up and it just cranks freely. I know it's like boring stuff I'm talking about, but I'm just letting you guys know like this is what I'm doing, and this is kind of what's involved when starting a motor that's fresh for the first time. So let's go ahead and take some stuff apart, again. Took the feed line off the turbo wall, put it into a little bottle, and we'll see what happens. It should eventually, it's gonna take a while. That's crazy. So the turbo was spinning with the plugs out, meaning there's no compression. So basically all of the air that was being created from the pistons was just essentially being let out, but it still made it through the manifold and spun. That's crazy. No oil coming through yet. I know it's not like, it's nothing to be worried about. I know it takes forever to get through the system and let alone come out the line. So I'm not really too worried about it. I might go ahead and try again. It's pretty cool. Like the breaker kept popping after a while, which is awesome. You know, it's just saving you from letting things get anything, you know, too hot, whatever. So shout out to that breaker. I don't think I'm going to Ross's tonight because my dad's flight kept getting delayed, so he's not due till like 11 tonight. So we'll probably go ahead and do that tomorrow, probably earlier in the day. Get that done, get this car back together, and we'll be happy. And then hopefully maybe even try and get this thing fired up tomorrow. So that's going to be it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. For the guys that have been up to date with the daily uploads, I know it's hard to keep up to date with daily uploads, but for those that are, man, you guys are awesome. And stickers, I got a heads up, they're shipping soon, so you know it's okay. It's taken a little bit, but shout out to anyone who has pre-ordered one. Big shout out to you. Helps out more than you know. So subscribe if you guys have not yet done so. Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, all down below. P.O. Box too, if you guys will do, like, you know what I mean, we'll do a little mail time. If you guys want to like send me some Capri Sun, that's just a hint, some Capri Sun. I've been craving some Capri Sun lately, I don't know why. Alright guys, thanks for watching, have a good night, later, peace.